Hi folks, welcome to my shop. My name is Bruno Biava and I'm going to try and make some videos about the Kyosho blizzards. As you can see, I have three blizzards. These are one that is had started out as a Blizzard FR that I have modified with a Trail King body and done some paint work on. And then two Blizzard Trail Kings that I have also done a little painting to and drive around along with the original Blizzard FR. I've been collecting Blizzards since years ago when I had my very first one, which was a Nitro Blizzard that I literally ran the wheels off of and wore out the motor and no longer have. Wish I still did. It was a lot of fun. But I've been at this for a long time, and recently, about a year and a half ago, got back into it after a hiatus. And on this channel, I'd like to share some wisdoms that I've learned and maybe some advice for those of you who are just exploring a Blizzard for the first time or thinking about buying one. If I've learned anything about the Blizzard, especially if you're a new Blizzard owner and you're looking at the Blizzard 2.0 or the Trail King, or you may find a deal yet on a Blizzard FR, the first thing I would recommend doing is buying the 13-tooth pinion and installing it. It will slow things down a little bit, but it will give you much longer run times and also will be gentler on the motors and the ESC and give you a little bit better control. Also, although you can see that the Blizzard FR does have the metal tracks on it, I would rather that you would stay with the plastic tracks for the beginning because they are lighter weight and less stress on the motor, drivetrain, and the batteries. That being said, with the Blizzard 2.0 and the Trail King, as these two are, even with the 2200 milliampere hour cells and the charger that works from a USB port, I can get run times of well over an hour using the lower gearing, and I also recommend using a bearing kit, at least on all 8 of the wheels, and a little bit of lubrication. I use a product that's called Muck Off. It's a dry lube that is meant for bicycles, off-road bicycles and such, and it works amazingly well. Just follow the instructions. When you install the bearings, go ahead and put a little dry lube on there. Also a little bit of dry lube that would go up here in the cog wheel that drives the belts. Just a drop or so down in here, and let it, let me give you a better shot here. A drop or so right down in here, and let it soak back up in there for about 2 hours before you run. And that'll help you also with your run times. And get out and play with it. The other thing I would recommend is that you go ahead and plunk down another 30 bucks or so. Get yourself some spare motors. The Trail Kings and the Blizzard 2.0 have an incredibly robust set of ESCs in them. And I have burned 2 motors on my Blizzard 2.0s. They were my fault. I had gotten caught in vines. We don't get a lot of snow here, and I do a lot of my driving off-season. But I had gotten caught in vines and sticks in the tracks. And when that happened, I was about close to 300 feet away and couldn't see clearly where I was. So it's not the fault of Kyosho, it's really my fault that that happened. But it's good to have a couple of motors hanging around. The reason I actually have 3 of them is because 2 of them I pretty much use as daily drivers, just driving around the neighborhood and the yard. And then the 3rd one I actually keep as a part source, so that if I burn a motor or damage one of the other 2, which really doesn't happen very often, then I can rob parts from the 3rd, keep the other 2 running, and then as parts are available, if there's a shortage or something, I can go ahead and replenish the backup unit. It's just an old habit I've learned, and if you can afford to go that route, great. If you can't, well, parts are pretty much available, and they're easy to upgrade and bring up to date. One more thing I'd like to mention is that I'm actually working on developing an alternative set of tracks that are not open mesh and that are more like what you find on Caterpillar and John Deere tractors. They are actually a rubber belt that would have how can I put it, a raised tread, and would do away with the raised teeth on the drive cog or the drive pinion that drives the belts at the final drive. And this would allow the Kyosho Blizzard and Trail Kings, at least for those of us who work in live in areas where we don't get a lot of snow, to actually roll over things like grass and sticks rather than trying to drive through them and getting the debris caught up in the tracks and slowing us down. Well, that's it for now. I hope you like this little introductory thing. Be sure to like or comment, and you're free to offer any suggestions. We all got to work together to get along, and I hope that I can help you too enjoy your Blizzards and Trail Kings, even if you don't get a lot of snow like we do around here. So you all take care and have fun, and hope to talk to you again soon.